to the national webinar on improvisation in growing plants. We have with us our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor Himanshu Pandya sir, and Dr. P.M. Patel sir, Registrar sir, our distinguished speakers, Professor M.H. Parabia sir, Dr. Asif Meman sir, Mrs. Jagriti Bhatt ma'am, and faculty members of the department, Archana ma'am, Solanki sir, Maitre sir, Modi sir, Soumya sir, and participants from all over India. I welcome you all heartily. We will begin the program with our university song.
वंदन अभिनंदन वंदन अभिनंदन वंदन अभिनंदन वंदन अभिनंदन वंदन अभिनंदन गुजरात यूनिवर्सिटी आपणी गुजरात यूनिवर्सिटी आपणी विद्यातणु तपोवन वंदन अभिनंदन वंदन अभिनंदन वंदन अभिनंदन वंदन अभिनंदन
राष्ट्र चेतना कला साधना खेल भावना विकसे
विश्व मानवी बनी गुजराती विश्व सकल માં વિલસે સ્નેહ સંપ સહકારની સાથે દેતી તું સન્મતિ સૌના સાથને સંગાથે સૌ સિદ્ધ કરે ઉન્નતિ પ્રેમ બંધુતા સમાનતાના પલ પલ પ્રસરે સ્પંદન વંદન અભિનંદન વંદન અભિનંદન वंदन अभिनंदन वंदन अभिनंदन वंदन अभिनंदन वंदन अभिनंदन वंदन अभिनंदन
Now I request Archana ma'am to formally welcome guests.
Thank you, Dhruv. Good morning. It's indeed a pleasure to welcome you all here for the national webinar on improvisations in growing plants. Gujarat University is on a fast track towards progress with the vision and mission of our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor Himanshu Pandya, who has always inspired not only the students but also the teaching and administrative fraternity to excel with utmost dedication. We are very proud of the 5-star ranking by GSIRF for Gujarat University. Sir, we heartily welcome you here. We also welcome our Registrar, Dr. P.M. Patel, for his much needed support. We heartily welcome our distinguished speakers, Professor Minoo Parabia, Dr. Asif Meman, and Mrs. Jagriti Bhatt, and thank them for accepting to share their experiences with us. I also welcome my colleagues in the department, Professor Hitesh Solanki, Professor Bharat Maitri, Dr. Nainish Modi, Dr. Soumya Patel, and all the participants. Coronavirus pandemic has changed our lifestyles for good. The pandemic and related significance of immunity development in our health has prioritized the need to focus on significant plants, especially those that have magical properties to heal, and naturally tips on growing them. This webinar will highlight the agro-techniques for growing and care to be taken for plants in our garden. We look forward to a great learning experience. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor Himanshu Pandya sir, is here with us as the President of the event. Sir, your gracious presence here is truly inspiring. We, the scholars of department and students of Horticulture Science Garden Management, have made a compilation of significant medicinal and ornamental plants as an online exhibition called Nurture Nature. We request you, sir, to formally inaugurate the exhibition and blesses. Over to sir.
So am I supposed to speak something?
So Pella, inaugurate on that click. Click on that link so the exhibition is inaugurated. And then your blessings.
Okay. Wish you all the good luck, all the very best. Congratulations.
So your blessings.
Okay. So straight away I will start my speech.
Yes.
It happens in a new setup like this, online webinars and seminars. In a day, we are attending almost 5-6 seminars. In routine days, it was around 2-3. So with this online formats, we are fortunate to meet many scholars and dignitaries across the globe. Good morning to one and all. It's indeed a pleasure where you are working as a faculty and now you are a president of the function. If you say in improvisation of growing plants, I was just trying to understand the title. So the first thing what came in my mind, Professor Parabia can correct me. Can we grow plant? I think we can facilitate plants to grow. Plants, they develop, they nurture themselves. They are just like us. Even if you stop feeding them, they will have their own resources to get nutrition and they will develop. So I think facilitating in growing of plants, that goes to my mind much better. Coming back to the topic now, like Madam mentioned, this pandemic, I tell you, it has changed the scenario of our thinking, our practicing, and our learning processes. So we have millions and millions of references and texts available to understand. If you surf any library, you will find all sort of material available to understand and to learn. But as far as the understanding of this particular subject, come what may, whatever discipline you are belonging to, every day we are coming up with thousands of research papers. But if you try to implement this science or theories to the actual life, I think we are failing somewhere. So we need to reboot, refresh our thinking and understanding about the learning. So let us go beyond the degrees, certificates, and our mark sheets and scores. We need to understand life. And this understanding is nothing but to understand your own self and to understand your nature. When you say nature, it's a broad term, very broad term. But the surrounding around you, if you can take care of the surrounding of around you, I think we can solve many issues. We need to start talking to our plants. We need to start talking to our animals, fellow life on this earth. And then we can do something substantial. Otherwise, like I told you, we have millions of scripts available in the libraries and on websites. I give you one example. This coronavirus is not naturally developed virus. It is developed somewhere in the laboratories or in a setup where we are working. So it's a man-made disaster, what we are facing right now. Let us accept this and let us start practicing understanding the nature of the nature. Otherwise, one pandemic can kill this many people on earth. You just imagine, in terms of swine flu, bird flu, Cayman Congo fever, Nipah, Zika, Ebola. We are not even able to pronounce these names properly. What we are going to do? Each and every plant, what you are stepping on, is having extraordinary capabilities. We need to explore this capacity. We have not explored them in full. So your surrounding, the plants and animals surrounded to you, they are having all the answers what you are looking for. To me, forget about the high-end experiments and everything. Just go to them, talk to them, investigate in detail, and understand your objectives. See, you may be having a gold medal in your bag, but then that gold medal is not useful to the society either or industry. We need to be very, very selective, very, very cautious about what we are working. Government and establishments are pouring millions and millions of rupees for experimentation, projects, and education. But the outcome is a big question mark. Then what to do? I think being 65% young population on this globe, we have a bigger responsibility to perform. And I would urge you people, those who are engaged into scientific research, please focus, please network. Somebody is working in Australia, somebody is working in US, somebody is working in Delhi, Bangalore, Mumbai. We are not talking to each other. This is not a good sign for mankind, I tell you. We are busy in producing papers, we are busy in establishing patents, we are busy in making ourselves commercial and professional. But then the end of all these practices is not leading us to anywhere. So being a head of the family, I would request you to focus on the research which is actually helpful to the society or industry. Let them have some sort of networking, some sort of protocols which can be explored for diagnostic purposes or some drug designing or drug development or some novel entity which can prove so many issues. This is need of the time, I tell you. And you can understand, these are only 4-5 months we have passed with all sort of mental agony and stress and losses, tremendous losses which cannot be repaired by any means. If it prolongs for more 5 months or so, you just understand the scene around us. So it's my humble request to all of you to come to one platform and start talking and discussing what is happening around. And like I told you, each and every plant is dynamic. They are so promising. They are having all sort of answers what we are looking for. We have not explored them. So at least spend some time in the laboratory and start talking to your plants and start talking to your apparatus. We may be having, all sort of equipments in your laboratory up to high sequence, sequencer and everything. But when it comes to the understanding of the equipment, calibration of the equipment, and performing on those equipments, these equipments are so smart. You are just supposed to put your sample and they will give you every sort of data. But with this sort of understanding and practical approaches, we are not going to get anywhere. Instruments are smart. We are not. We need to rethink our practices, what we are doing in our laboratories. And understand, once again, this sort of pandemic or infections of all these diseases are due to man-made errors in the laboratory practices. AK-47 was never invented by any of these terrorists. But these terrorists are using AK-47, which are developed somewhere in the defense laboratories or corporate laboratories. Likewise, these viruses, bacteria, and all these entities, they are creating troubles to the humans or the life on this earth. It's the mistake, deliberately or accidentally, performed in the laboratory, and they are committing all this sort of nuisance. So, improvisation in growing plants means whatever the space you have, you just utilize that space for the betterment of lifestyle. If you have a terrace, if you have balcony, if you have a garden, if you have abundant space,
Yes.
try to grow something there. Understand the tolerance of the plant. Understand the diversity and the community within their habitat. This is really very important. If you can link your community genetics with the molecular biology, we can solve so many problems. See, I'm a professor and I will go on talking for 45 minutes. I'm asked to speak only for 10 minutes. So I will not take much time. Again, I will request you people to understand the responsibilities and the approaches what you are taking. Please take it seriously. Explore the maximum capabilities of the plant and try to enmark something which can be useful to society or industry at large. Madam is my guru. She taught me. Parabia sir, he is also my guru, Mahaguru.
My guru, yes, yes,
I think he is the role model for all of us.
yes.
The way he is understanding the subject, the way he is living his life, it can be adapted, and we should thank Professor Parabia for continuing the same legacy and heritage for the betterment of the plant sciences in India. I think જે કહેવાય ને આપણા જમાનાના સંત, આપણા બોટનીના સંત છે પરબિયા સર. તો એમને સાદર નમસ્કાર. ડોક્ટર આસિફ, જાગૃતિબેન, તમને સૌને ખૂબ ખૂબ શુભેચ્છાઓ અને ધન્યવાદ કે તમે અહીંયા પધાર્યા. અને we wish that you link with your expertise with botany department and please guide us for further endeavors, and we'll be more than happy and delighted to have you on our board. Madam, this is a humble request to you that let us keep all these experts on our board and let us have something what can be benefited by the students.
Sure.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for calling me, and thank you so much for having me here.
Thank you.
I have to leave the seminar. Please allow me to go. Thank you so much.
Sir.
I understand.
Dhruv, we have.
Thank you so much for your inspiring words and blessings. Now we also have our Registrar, Dr. P.M. Patel sir with us. He joined us with us. So I want to request Registrar sir to bless us.
Namaskar. As Honorable Vice Chancellor sir told, there are a lot of plants and having extraordinary applications in our ancient Charak and Sushrut Samhita. In the current scenario of challenging task, if we focus on our ancient times, like thousands of plants which are still unknown for their medicinal values. So in that conditional challenges, we as a researcher, when we adopt such a seminar in a dignities in the seminar, as sir told, Sir Guru and Honorable Madam and Modi sir and all of them in such a platform, then that will definitely help the society also. Of course, it helps the university and academics, but as per the output of our teaching learning process or all the academicians or every profession is serving to the society, and in that way we are able to serve the society if we focus more to the nature. And plants, as I am belonging from the same family, that is from pharmacy, so madam and sir, with request from my side, I they allow me to join, and I'm thankful for that.
Thank
As
you,
an
sir.
office bearer also, I told uh, that numbers of tree as in the campus also, with the help of this botanical departments and everywhere, there are different types of trees are growing in the campus also. So as an office bearer also, I wish this types of more seminars can going on. And as we have a lush green campus with the vision of our honorable VC sir and our head madam and professor team. So if we have we have a total numbers of plants in our campus, major are there. Let's we try to grow and more, and as per the environment and everything, as many as plants will grow, then they will definitely help us in the teaching learning process also and its applications. Uh, Many incurable diseases in older days also, they can be cured by plants also. Like we all know that this podophylotoxins and resins and everywhere, they can be treat in certain incurable disease like vinca. They can be used in that. We prayed God also that let give us the some energy and some thoughts so that we can contribute in current scenario also, current challenges also through the plants or through the nature. So I once again congratulate the team, and as
Thank
an
you.
office bearer, I warmly thanks to allow me to join the seminar. Thank you. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for your blessings and inspiring words. Now, I would like to request Modi sir to thank the guest.
Thank you, Guru. Respected Professor Himanshu Pandya, Dr. Jagdish Bhatt sir, Dr. P.M. Patel sir, Parabia sir, Asif sir, Jagriti ma'am, my colleagues, and dear participants. On behalf of GUBS, I, Nainesh Modi, propose the formal vote of thanks. At the outset, I thank our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor Himanshu Pandya, for his constant encouragement and guidance. I also thank Dr. Jagdish Bhatt for his motivation and help. I also thank our Registrar Sir, Dr. P.M. Patel, for his timely support. He is every time available when and where we ask him for any help. He is always ready. So I especially thank all of our office bearers. I thank all of the participants also from Gujarat University. And we have participants from different states of India. So we can also add a line that we can also can say that we also try to thank all of them. That we are thankful to the participants from Gujarat University as well as Uttar Pradesh, Tamil Nadu, Jharkhand, Bihar, Tripura, Chennai, West Bengal, Maharashtra, Dehradun, Kerala, Rajasthan, Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh, Assam, and the list is still long. So I will just cut short it. I am very glad to share that we have some participants from out of India also, like Salford University, UK, also from Chicago University, also from some areas of Europe also. So I thank for their enthusiastic participation in today's webinar. I thank the director of Rolwala Computer Center, Gujarat University to facilitate live streaming that we are just enjoying right now of the event and on the university FB page. I thank Mr. Sagar Panchal from GUSAC for his technical help. I also thank Dr. Yogesh Parekh for technical support in online exhibition, Nurture the Nature. I thank all the scholars for their active inputs. I thank Dhruv Pandya, President GUBS, for anchoring the webinar so gracefully. And last but not the least, I thank my colleagues in the department for their timely help. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Now we shall start with technical session. I request all participants to post their questions in the chat box. You will get the answer of that questions through email. The feedback form link will be provided to you after the end of the session. So we request to the participants to fill their feedback form and receive the e-certificates. Now we are moving towards technical session. We have with us our distinguished speaker, Professor M.H. Parabia sir, retired as a professor of biosciences, Dean of Science Faculty. After serving 37 years at Veer Narmad South Gujarat University, Surat, Sir is renowned plant taxonomist and field worker, having guided 31 PhDs, completed projects, and developed and standardized herbal medicines for several diseases. His articles in columns Dadi Mana Nuskha and Tarwar Ane Aushad are popular. Sir has published several research papers and books. Sir has been a member of State Biodiversity Board and convener of Technical Committee of State Medicinal Board, Gujarat. Sir has received many prestigious awards. Sir has established and developed Sri Bapalal Vaid Botanical Research Center, solely devoted to the studies in medicinal plants on the campus of Veer Narmad South Gujarat University, Surat. Professor M.H. Parabia Endowment Fund has been established at the time of his retirement by City of Surat. The fund hosts 2 gold medals and 4 fellowships to the poor students. Sir, we are very grateful that you accepted our invitation and will look forward to your talk on agrotechniques for medicinal plants. Over to Parabia, sir. Thank you.
And at the onset, I thank all the organizers, Archana Madam, Dr. Dhruv, Dr. Modi, Dr. Patel, the Vice Chancellor, Shri Dr. Himanshu Bhai. At the onset, I would congratulate all of you at the Gujarat University to have a very dynamic Vice Chancellor who is providing really academic leadership to all the departments and all the people, those who want to work. And I thank him again for sparing very good words for me, which I don't deserve actually. I am a student of botany and I love botany. And whenever I get an opportunity to interact with younger generation, I feel it as my luck and my privilege to do that. Friends, now I will start talking about the subject which is given to me on the home herbal garden. The herbal garden, actually, when we study botany, we ask our students that when we classify the plants, we classify them according to the herbs, shrubs, trees, and climbers. So there the definition of herb is different. But when you say an herbal garden, that means all the medicinal plants, which may be a climber, which may be an herb, which may be, say, the shrub, or which could be a tree also. All of them, they are included into the herbal therapy or the herbal garden. So here, why one should have it? Those who have a facility at home with some land or with some facility, then they must grow. I will take you along my presentation. Now, may I have the first slide, please? Here, the first slide, I want to introduce the audience with one beautiful set of publication made by Indian Council of Medical Research. I would request organizer to make this presentation available to all the participants on whatever platform they may feel better, so as all the institutions, those who are interested in research in medicinal plants, they can have it. There are two major series. One is the quality standards of Indian medicinal plants. Already 22 volumes are already published. And the another one is, say, the data on medicinal plant, where all the publications which are made all over the world on that particular plant are included. It is a wonderful set of publication. Next, please. This is another series. Next, please. Next, please. Yeah. So here I have asked myself questions. Why to grow medicinal plants, where to grow, how to grow, and what to grow. For how, there are other speakers, those who are going to speak. I can see the Dr. Meman who is there, Dr. Jagriti Bhatt is also there. They will tell you. But I will be concentrating more on say the where and what. So why we should do it? That on lighter side, I would like to point out one thing. Somebody was discussing with some foreign visitors in India. And normally we ask, what is your opinion about India? What do you think? Now he presented three observations. The one is that when you visit any Indian anytime, then any time is tea time in India. Whether it is at 12 o'clock at night or whether it is say the 2 o'clock in the afternoon, people will ask whether you will take a tea or coffee or whatever it is. So this is that was his observation. In India has only one traffic rule, and that traffic rule is save your skin. And the third one is what he said, that an average Indian is a medicine man. If you ask or when you complain that I have a headache, you will find n number of say the suggestions from surrounding people to tell you what to do with the headache. Means we are very much used to with all that. We have actually inherited. I told you jokingly, but I'm serious about it. That an average Indian has so much of knowledge about treating the so there's some simple ailments by using the household remedies. You see whether you have some pain in a stomach or a pain in a head or something, whether you have got some injury from outside, whether you are bleeding, some say the household remedies are also available. So why not to use them? And then why not to provide this time-tested information on nutrition and the handy medicine, which is handy with our kitchen, maybe handy in our garden. Today we are going to talk about the gardens. Next, please. Next, please.
Yes, sir. 1 second. 1 second.
Okay. Yeah. You see here you can plant either in the balcony or in a terrace, on your dooryards, in verandas if it is well lit, in pots, canvas bags, bottles, empty containers, or on land. You must have seen that all the stations, and after completing your say the dinner or a lunch in a big function, the area is littered with lot of plastic say bottles. Many people are using these plastic bottles to grow. At least nothing more, but at least methini bhaji you can grow them very well. Or some the simple things like dhania that could be grown very visible. That is a coriander, or that methi, that is the fennel, which you can so they grow them very well in a small bottles or in a small pots also. Nowadays, even the canvas bags are available, which can be handled by one or two persons very easily, and then you can put them in your balcony or a terrace, and you can have a beautiful garden. Next, please. How to grow? The first thing very important is that when you're growing yourself, you can guarantee that it's an organic product. Otherwise, in the market, when somebody says it's organic, the people are always very skeptic that whether he's telling you the truth or not. So, in soil or the soft cocoa peat mixture, the cocoa peat are, I think all of us are aware of it. But however, for those if you are the layman, I would like to clarify that these are the fibers obtained from the coconut. When you peel the coconut, these fibers come out, and inside that, say this shell, you take out the coconut endosperm and then you eat them, or you drink the coconut water. But the other things which is just you say the wasted away in big cities, in Kerala, which is the home place for the coconut. For them, the coconut is just like a kalpavruksha. Their whole life depends upon the coconut, and perhaps in all their culinary preparations, the coconut is a must. So these coconut pills, when they take out, the fibers are separated out. They are cut into the small pieces and then turned into a big blocks. You can purchase these big blocks weighing nearly 5 kg each one. They are very cheap. You can bring them home. They separate them into a small powder, mix it either with a sand or a small amount of soil, which is just enough, or some mulch, or some organic, said that the cow dung manure, and then that is ready, and it is very lightweight. And it can anchor the plant very well. So cocoa peat, I advise for those who are growing the plants in canvas bags or pots. So they are lighter, they can be handled very easily for cleaning purpose or other things. They are free from synthetic fertilizers, pesticides. They're cultivated through manures and composting. You see, the composting, you can have it in your own house. That is very easy to make a compost, and all of you know. And then perhaps Jagriti Bhatt is going to speak about it. I will also the importance of mulching. Mulching means what? That your ground cover where you have planted the plant should be covered with leaves and some other organic, say the waste material, which are falling down below your garden. You see, the forests are considered as a very good virgin soil because all that forest, say the leaves or the tree leaves which are falling there and then impinging on the ground, they are allowed to decay. So this decaying leaves and decaying organic material makes a mulching, which will say the enrich soil. Not only that, but it will host a lot of say the bacteria, a lot of insects, and the earthworms especially. I would advise all the speakers, if you have a time someday, then in South Gujarat there is one place called Umargaon, and on the say the sea coast of Umargaon there is another place called Davier, and in Davier one Bhaskar Save, now he is late. Unfortunately, we lost him few months back. But this Bhaskar Save, he has a beautiful organic orchard. Not a single paisa is spent for water. Not a single paisa is spent for say the manure or fertilizer, or no say the labor at all. It is just left once it is planted and left to the nature. Anybody, if you want to purchase something, you have to go, you have to harvest yourself, pay the money and come back. You see, they will not say that object which what you are taking, and then you have to pay at the gate or for the whatever you have collected according to the pet. It's a beautiful place. Those who are interested in organic farming, they must visit Bhaskar Save's farm. Just get down at Umargaon, ask any rickshaw fellow, auto fellow, he will take you to that Bhaskar Save's farm. So there you can see the importance of mulching. Simplest, which is suggested by Dr. Sabalpara, Director of Research, Gujarat Agriculture University, that is the mix 2 kg of cow dung in 100 liters of water and pour a portion in potted plants once in a week, which is enough as a manure. The another one, which is on the pesticides, I will come to it later on also. Next, please. what to plant. You see, many people say that we don't have much of the space. I have only one pot. If you have only one pot, go for tulsi. If you have got two pots, go for another one. That is Kumarpatu, so tulsi and Kumarpatu. If you have a third pot, which you can adjust in your balcony or a small place, then go for Ardusi. If you have a fourth place, go for Jasud. A fifth, Nagod, and then all of them in that big planter below that, the another vacant place of the pot can be covered with Brahmi. For Brahmi, you don't need extra special place. It can grow in a semi-shade area also. So just below the tree or below the any herbs or shrubs, in a potted plant also, you can grow Brahmi very well. So these are the plants. If you have these plants, then most of your problems can be taken care. If you have a garden, open garden in your veranda, then there must be a lot of weeds growing out. And these weeds could be Euphorbia heta, Tridex procumbens, Cyanodon, Phyllanthus fraternus, and I have given Latin name here with the purpose that with these Latin names you can sort your query to the Google and you can find out the picture of this plant. So by looking at that picture, you will be able to identify what these plants are. And these plants are very, very useful. At the end of the presentation, I have given certain formulations also where you can make use of these plants. Next, please. Now, the another part of the Brahmi, I have already said that it will grow. But if you have a lot of other space, you can grow the Brahmi elsewhere also. And I would request, Dr. Meman, who is very much present over here. I have asked his other counterpart here at Surat, Dr. Gautam, that please on the road dividers, when you are planting, don't go for Conocarpus. Of course, I understand that Conocarpus is a halophyte. It is very easy to grow. It remains green throughout the year, and it doesn't require much of the maintenance. But then, we should go for more of our endemic plants, and all the plants which I have listed, if you grow them on the root dividers, the argument which I faced from the grower is that people pluck it. Say if I have planted aloe vera or jasud, people will pluck the flowers, people will pluck the leaves, people will pluck the leaf of aloe vera and take it. So then I said, you just take it as an addition to the National Health Mission. If they are plucking up, they will use it. You see, they are using it for their own purpose, for treating their ill, and therefore one should not worry about it if the people are plucking it and then using it. We are spending crores of rupees for making big hospitals. You see, how many hospitals Surat and Ahmedabad has, I don't know, but then there are plenty of hospitals are there, and each hospital will not be less than several crores or maybe hundreds of crores sometimes. So if this we are spending that much of money, and the government is also spending in the civil hospitals and the government hospitals for treating the people. The people are treated free of charge in civils or with very minimal token charges. Then why not to provide them with it? If the people are trying to treat their ailments by themselves by using this simple medicine, you take it as an addition to the National Health Mission, and then let them take it. If it is destroyed, grow it again. It is just like replacing the medicine in the on the shelves of your hospital stores or on the medical shop. And these are the medicines. So I request all the big cities that on their road dividers plant these plants which are useful and let people take them. And then of course you teach them that don't destroy it. Take it in such a way so the whole plant is not destroyed, and then you can use them. So similarly, in a house also, if you go for Brahmi, Lilicha, Symbopogon citata. Some people, those who have visited Dubai and the Middle East areas, they say that just like our ganne ka ras or that sugarcane juice centers in our cities, the people there have the Symbopogon available on the roadsides. The people will have be standing there. I have not seen, but I have just heard people telling me about it. And this Symbopogon lily chai, they mix it with water, sometimes with the hot water, add a little a bit of a lemon juice, fresh lemon juice in it. Sometimes either some sweetener or with the salt. and then the people very fondly drink it, and it is supposed to be very important for digestion, to increase the digestion, and then to get rid of the flatulence, that is a gas problem. Pudina also has got the same one. Barbasi vinca rosea, everyone knows now that the vincristine, vinblastine extracted from vinca rosea are the very good medicine for the cancer. Another one which is along with that is Peuta or the Costus speciosus. It also grows as an undergrowth. So under the shade it can grow very well. Lindy pepper or long pepper is very important plant. The fruits are used. The small pieces of the stem are also used as gantoda. They are called pipri mulna gantoda. But actually, unfortunately, they are not roots. They are the stem portions, and one can use them. But then they should be minimum 7 years old. Before that, they will not have the woody portion, and therefore you cannot use them as a medicine. Then the ashwagandha, swanamukhi, were very good purgative. Mandi, which is very good on the skin disease. Not only that, but again for the kidney ailment also, the Leucaena inemi or the Mandi leaves are very important. We have already discussed. Unfortunately, by mistake, it has come twice. The Dudheli, the Euphorbia heata are very good for the kidney ailments, very good diuretic. So for kidney stones and for kidney dysfunction, the Dudheli Euphorbia could be used. The Boyamli bears the very good liver tonic, and therefore that Boyamri or Phyllanthus paternus could be grown. And I have seen in Ahmedabad it grows very well, especially whenever I visit say the Gujarat Vidyapit garden. I find that the Phyllanthus paternus grows there plentiful, and then one can collect it and use it as a liver tonic. The Boiringni, the Solanum xanthocarpum. Here I would like to point out one more thing along with the Boiringni. The Solanum xanthocarpum, one of my students, Dr. Krishnamurthy, now he is director of research with Uka Tersadia University. He worked on different species of Solanum, and he could locate a solesodine. Solesodine is a precursor to dexamethasone, a very famous steroid, and therefore the Kantakari Avli made from this plant, Solanum xanthocarpum, is a very good medicine for say asthma. So even with the one single dose, one will feel relief in asthma. And then the some people they say the alleged Ayurvedic medicine that they are adding say the steroids. No one adds the steroids from outside. It is the natural steroids which is present with some of the plants, and therefore they give immediate relief. So don't think that the Ayurvedic medicines cannot give you immediate relief. Next, please. Next, yes. The another climbers, another now the herbs we have discussed. Now this is the Samudra Shot. It's a huge climber, grows very big, and therefore it is called Vruddha Daru. Daru means the woody one, the woody climber, like liana in we say in English, and Vruddha means very big, Bruhat. So this Vruddha Daru, it is also called as Vardaro, Aura Saudi, Sundarpan, Samudra Shot. These are the different names. One doctor, unfortunately, we lost him, Dr. C.F. Shah from Ahmedabad. He had developed one very good medicine which is used on skin diseases. The name of the drug is called Maya Derm. Maya Derm is available in the market, but this Samudra Shot, you can keep it in the house, and one can very easily use it on, say, the varicose veins or other skin diseases. Chanoti, Gunja, Rati, they are Abrus precatorius, beautiful climber. Leaves are very sweet. Whenever you ask for the say the sweet pan from your pan shop, he will be adding these leaves of charoti, which are sweet, and that sweet is because of the glycyrrhizin and glabrine which are present. The same principles which are also found in licorice or Glycyrrhiza glabra. So this is called the Indian or Desi licorice, and one can use it. The Mariadavel, that is Ipomia pescapri, grows very well. It can cover the area if you want to cover it. Even it can spread on the the ground, or as well as it can climb over a support if you have provided them, and very good for the skin diseases. Even on gangrene, I have used it with very good results, with a success. This Mariadville leaves. Galoy Gudichi, our national herb. You must have seen this on your WhatsApp, and then many other people under Goswami telling you that it is declared as the as the national herbs. Amruta, it is called Chinnaruha. The different names are given to the Tinospora. A small portion just bring it and plant it in your soil, it will grow. Even if you just put it in your house near the, as you say, the water pot, it will start sprouting from that, and it never dies, and therefore it is called as Amruta, a very good immunomodulator. Don't say that the increase immunity. Increasing immunity may create a problem for you. What you need is immunomodulator, and this immunomodulator is giloy, very easily available. One can grow them in garden or on the roadside also. People can grow it and use it. Madhunasini, very good for the diabetes. It is actually the anodyne effect on the tongue when you eat the leaves of this Madhunasini, and afterwards, if you give say the sakar to chew, it would just like a conker below your teeth. No, you will lose the taste for a while. Afterwards, if you take some salty and the salty thing, and the taste would return. The hard sankal, very good for the bone fracture healing. One can grow it very easily. The formulation is given at the back. Jivanti, it is lepted in a reticulata, very good eye tonic for eyes, not only for the eyes, but also as a galactogo. Means it can increase the milk of a person. So for a lactating mother, the leptidin is reticute, another species, which is also used with a similar effect, that is Telosma pallida. Both of them are called Jivanti. Uh, none of them is a Nagarville. Nagarville is well known to us, the piper beetle. In Ayurvedic literature, there are special chapters on Tambul and Tambul Bhaksan, means how to eat this Nagarvel. Don't add tobacco, otherwise Nagarvel with a little bit of the lime and katha is very good with phenyl. It can decrease your the gas problems. It can decrease your hyperacidity. Piper nigrum murray contains piperazine. And one of my students, Dr. Amarshi, he worked on that, and he found that these murray or the piperazine, when added with any of the allopathic medicines also, it can work as a bioenhancer. And murray is in Ayurveda is called yogavahi. So when the murray or lily paper are added to any medicine, it will increase the medicinal property and the bioavailability of these parts of the medicine. The dumwale is a Tylophora indica. It is in fact an emetic drug. When you take it, it will work as an expectorant, and the solid cup will be liquefied, and one can get rid of it. So to remove the congestion, dumbbell is very good. Next, please. Next, please. Yeah, thank you. The some of the shrubs and trees which are listed, if you have say the enough space in your garden, one can go for this. Nimbu, bawal, arni, neem, kadipatta, arjun, Taminili arjuna, ashok, saraka asoka. Special mention I should make saraka asoka. All of us know about Ramayana, of course. Now, even the world people know about Ramayana now. You see, not only the Indians. I will not call any Indian who doesn't know about Ramayana or Mahabharata. So Sitaji was abducted, kidnapped, and kept at Asok Vatika. Why she was kept in Asok Vatika? Because Asok means one which can remove the shock. If you are having under the distress or sort of the depression, then if you have Asok tree and if you are in a close contact of Asok tree, your shock will go away. So Ravan himself was a great scholar. So he kept Sitaji in Asok, and then the legend says that Sitaji, you see, the blessed Asok, and therefore any feminine disorders can be treated with Asok. And our pharmacies are preparing perhaps the hundreds of tons of Asoka rest, but then from where do you get this Asok bark? In Indian forests, I don't find Asoka growing in wilderness. The gardens have it. Many of our gardens, they have this Asoka. And then most of this Asok bark were importing from Sri Lanka, but it is just a minuscule the quantity, and therefore there is the skepticism that most of the Asoka rest comes to the market with a spurious drug. The real Asoka is not used. The another point with Asoka I want to add is, perhaps you may not find it in any book, but this is my personal observation, that Saraka Asoka starts flowering after say 10, 11 years. And then the flowering continues for the rest of the life of Asoka tree, but then seeds will not set for more than 7 to 10 years. So after 7 to 10 years, flowers will be there, but seeds will not be set. So if you have a Saraka Asoka plant, the care has to be taken so as you don't peel off the main trunk bark. The bark should be taken always from the side branches, and that holds true for all the trees. So as you don't destroy the tree after removing the bark, take it from the side branch, use that, which is very good medicinally, and then allow the tree to regenerate the new branches. And then that Saroka said that Asoka seeds should be planted, and every 10 years or before the 10 years are completed, you should grow for the new crop. Otherwise, you will be losing this Saroka Asoka totally destroyed and from the face of the earth if you are not very careful about it. So not only that, because you should know about the botany or biological life cycle, then only you can have it. Emblica officinalis, very well-known plant. Herde beta amla, that makes a trifala. The Saragvo, Moringa, now they are forest department, and through our medicinal plant board also, we are spreading the word that this Moringa oleifera, not only the fruits but the leaves are also very important, and one should take these leaves as the supplement, vitamin supplement. Borsali, we have you see prepared a drug with one dose. Your piles can be cured with Borsali. Billy Eagle Barbalos, very beautiful one. The religious purpose also, and as a medicine also. Next, please. Now, this I will go through quickly. I will not tell you. It is in Hindi. I have borrowed it from one Hindi book which I have forwarded to Dr. Archana Ben also. She can share with you. And these are some of the Kitnasak, and I was told that Jagriti Ben is going to speak on it. So I will not repeat it. Next, please. Next, please. Quickly go through. Next. Yeah. Now this is the picture of Chanothi. I told you already. These are the three different varieties. One fourth one is pink one, which I could not include because that picture was taken before that. And these leaves and roots both are useful medicinally. The seeds are poisonous. They are also known as never wake up berries. So if you eat that, person would go in a long sleep and would never wake up again. So they are poisonous. But in Ayurveda, they are used as a medicine also. The Gunja Pak is the very famous aphrodisiac the preparation of Ayurveda. Next, please. This is baul. You can see the yellow colored hue all around the picture. That's why it's called Abha. In Sanskrit, it is known as Abha, and it is a beautiful golden color, very good for the bone fracture healing and the bone health. The gum as well as the bark decoction of this babul is used as a medicine. Not only that, but leaves are given to a pregnant woman with a view that the skin of a child will be fair. I don't know. I cannot give you guarantee for that. But this is the belief in the people. Next, please. Aloe vera, very famous. I will not say much because you know this plant very well. Next, please. Anona, sitafal, sharifa, the leaves are very good insecticide. Not only that, but they are also given as the diabetes one, but a bit poisonous, and therefore I will not advise to go it directly or for the self-medication. Take advice of some Vaidya and then take it. The seeds are collected, kept in the house in the rural household. If somebody is having the lice in the head, the leaves, the seeds are crushed, mixed with the copral tel, that is coconut oil, and applied in the hair. Next, please. This is that Argyria speciosa I told you. There are two sides. One you can see on the right hand side, the back of the leaf, which is silvery, shiny, very high, velvety and airy. And the upper side is green in color. When somebody has got a boil, then these Adivasi people put that green side in contact with the skin and tie it. Just within 24 hours, hours, that boil will ripen and then it will burst. So to hasten that portion, actually, you see, I tried it myself. I prepared the spirit extract. Just crush these few leaves with the spirit. It will last for several years. It will not spoil. So I just put a wet, say the cotton, and put it on my skin, on the arm, and then covered it. You see, after 2 hours, there was a blister. So the skin gets the effect just as there is a burn, and then for that the blister was there. Of course, it was cured. After I did it for experiment on myself. So here, these people knew that it has got this kind of effect. So to cut open the blister, cut open the boil. The Adivasi people are using it, and Dr. CF has come up with the medicine that is known as Mayadam, which one can use it on skin diseases. Next, please. Next. This is Shatauri, asparagus, very good galactogog, no problem. Okay, so that no problem. You can go ahead. Shatauri is the roots are used, and it's a very good galactogog. This plant, a very important plant, and all over the world are now people are after this. More than 66 patents I know about the neem plant. Don't worry. You can go for the neem plant. Next one. You see, I heard that some people took the seeds from here, and some 200-hectare land in Australia is planted with neem, because they don't want to depend upon India for a longer period of time for getting this neem, because they know our destructive nature, that in few years to come, India, though it is Azadirachta indica, it is our endemic plant, but India may not have the neem plants left in the wilderness. There are very few wilderness areas where the neem is found. One is in Gir forest. In Gir, you find the wild neem. In Rakpipla forest, also the neem was there, but now under that our Sadar Sarovar, all those wild neems have gone under the water, under the submergence. Dangs is a forest, but Dangs doesn't have wild neem. You may find one or two trees in all over the Dang, the district, may be planted as the household or on the roadside, but not in the wilderness. Neem is not available in the wilderness. So very few forests have got a wild neem, and if we are not careful, perhaps in few years to come, the neem may be a dream to us. So please be careful. Very important plant, azadirachtin, which is extracted, is very unstable product. So all the patents are on the azadirachtin extraction and stabilization of these azadirachtin. Very good antifungal, antibacterial, antiviral, very good properties, and one can use the bark decoction. The leaf could be used for chewing and as for cleaning the teeth also. The leaf powder could be froze drying, and it could be used as an antiviral also. A very good the plant, and person should do research. Much of the research is still pending. Actually, we have already missed the train for neem research. People have taken 62 patents, and we have not been doing anything on it. Next, please. This is Punarnava, or Borhevia diffusa, a very good diuretic, very good for the kidney problems, for all kidney ailments. And not only that, but as the name itself is suggestive, it can give you a new life, Punarnava. That is the property. The Punarnava is mixed with the Vitex negondo and the Kalatil. And that one can be taken daily. It is very good, very important, so the medicine, and it can keep the person alive and fresh even in the old age. Next, please. This is Cassia auriculiformis, auriculata, sorry. Very good for the leaves are used on said that the diabetes. It looks very beautiful. There is a story that when Sitaji was kidnapped, Ramji was searching for Sitaji everywhere, and he asked everything. He asked this plant also, our plant. Have you seen Sitaji? It is very snobbish, Rupa Garvita, and the plant did not answer it. And therefore, the Ramji gave, said that the curse that you will lose all your smell. So now you cannot get the smell out of it. Then the Sitaji, this plant requested Ramji to withdraw. He said that, okay, don't worry, This is my footprint. So when you take the seeds of this plant, you will find the footprint of Ramji on the seeds of this plant. So very interesting stories are attached for conserving the plants, and we should spread it among the students and the people at large, so as they will take care of this plant, they will not throw away. Otherwise, the human beings are very selfish and they will throw away unless we show them some kind of a use or some kind of threat from the religious side. Next, please. This is Cassia fistula, very important plant. As the this fistula word is selected as the specific epithet for this plant because this is the medicine for fistula in ano. You see, if somebody is suffering with very severe constipation, then the stool will get very hard and it can scratch through your anal tissues, and that anal tissue will get infection and it will lead to the fistula in ano. This is the only medicine for that. So you take these fruits, open that fruit, and inside you will find the very sweet, the pulp. That sweet pulp is nearly 5 grams, taken twice a day with water. It can make your stool soften, and not only that, but the healing will also be increased. It looks very beautiful, just like a chandelier. In summer, it grows very beautiful. It is planted in Gandhinagar and Ahmedabad. Also, I have seen them growing very well. So, very important plant. Next, please. Barmasi, I have already told you that wind Christian wind blasting. This is Brahmi, Centella ascetica. Said the Brahmi is a very good brain tonic. You can plant it under the tree in your the house garden, and daily 1 or 2 leaves can be eaten as a salad. You can give it to your child also. Very good brain tonic, so that it increases the retention power of the brain, and then it will not allow it to undergo fatigue. Next, please. This is that Harsankal, Harjod. We have prepared medicine with very good for the spondylosis and for the bone fracture healing. Next, please. This is Ernie agreement. The leaf juice is given for a very obese person. Then it can decrease the weight. So as an anti-obesity drug, it can be given. Next, please. This is that Peutocostus speciosus, very good for joint pains and arthritis. Next, please. Next. These are some of the recipes. I think now because that anybody can read, doesn't require any one. So I will go strictly. If there is something very important, I will tell you. Here in the last one, you can see the Tigris procurements. Very good, that one to stop the bleeding. In forest areas or in farmers, whenever said that somebody gets an injury and starts bleeding, they will take this leaves plug, and then I have tried it myself for several occasions, and it certainly stops the bleeding immediately. Worth keeping it in a home garden. Next, please. This for the dandruff, lice, I have already told you. Next, please. This is for the psoriasis, warts and corn. I know that the corns and warts, it's which grows on the face normally. That is because of the virus, human virus, and that virus causes the warts on the skin. So to get rid of how to do it, that is written over here. And the corns, which is normally on your foot soles, one develops a cold, which is very painful. This is the remedy for it. Next, please. Acne, pimples, all the young generation, even I have suffered with it when I was young, long back. The lot of acne and pimples, especially in winter, I would avoid even shaving my face because it was very painful. So now at that time I never knew about it, but now here is the recipe. The Xanathus spinosa means our minder, which is tied on the wrist, during the marriage ceremony. So that can be levigated, or the Bombex mulbarica pickle, the pickle that can be levigated with lemon water juice and can be applied. It is very good for that. For spondylosis, I told you. Next, please. bone fracture, how to make the bone stronger. Here again, the ABBA and the Tephrosia purpurea is shown. You can see the picture on net with Tephrosia. Next, please. This is for the rheumatiz, osteoarthritis. Of course, in our pharmacy, we are making this osteonic as a tablet, but formulation is over here. If you have that patients, you can prepare it, or you can have it from the market also. Next, please. Yes, this is the binge eating gluten. Some people, they keep on eating; they never feel satiated. You see, it's a problem with the nervous system. So as they can't stop eating, and to stop that, this is the formulation: Agedo, Udumbar, Gokru, and Musta. They are mixed, and then it is given. It is very good to so that to get rid of such kind of the unsatiable hunger. Next, please. Very constipation is a major problem nowadays with the late nights. People develop it. Next, please. This is for diarrhea, how to stop diarrhea. Please keep in mind diarrhea and dysentery are two different things. Diarrhea can be cured very easily by taking this kind of ORS, or by taking a lemon juice or a little bit of buttermilk. That is enough to stop diarrhea. But dysentery is because of amoeba, and it's a very dreaded disease. Must take advice of some experienced Vaidya and then treat dysentery properly. Don't mix diarrhea and dysentery together. Next, please. Okay. Diarrhea completed. Next, please. This is for hyperacidity. Many of us must be suffering with this hyperacidity. I know that it's a problem. And with the modern eating, actually the dalda ghee, or what you call it as the vegetable hydrogenated oil, that is our the false ghee. That ghee and maida is the major the problems which causes this acidity, hyperacidity. And this is a very simple one: poha or the rice flakes, or you may take mamra, the popped rice, mix it with said that the funiculum or the soft, and then soak it in water and take that water, and you will feel that you can get rid of it. Similarly, the shatavari and the licorice is given over here, which helps to subside this hyperacidity. Next, please. This is fistula in nano. I have already told you, discussed already. Our prepared medicine is bovilin, but formula is before you. You can use it directly. Next, please. This is for cough, asthma. Our name of our preparation is bronchonil. My son's pharmacy is there, but then the formulation is also given. If you have that patience, you can prepare your own preparation. If not, you can purchase it from the market. Next, please. None of this formulation is hidden or secret. It is freely given. You can use it. This is for oligospermia. If there is totally azoospermia, that cannot be treated. But if there is oligospermia, certainly the therapy is there. And here is the formulation. Next, please. Malaria, calomelain. We had a huge project in 2002. DST had granted 62 lakhs rupees for that, and my son, he did this research and then prepared this medicine. It is available in the market under the name of calomelain. Otherwise, the formulation is over here. You can use it. The main ingredient is calotropis, which is written over here. The calotropis bird directly can be eaten. It is not poisonous. Please take it from me. Calotropis is not poisonous. In fact, all the names of sun are given to calotropis. How can you say the sun is poisonous? You see, if it is taken in a larger quantity, it may cause a diarrhea or a vomiting. Otherwise, it is not a lethally poison, not at all. And that calotropis is apical bird. If you take it with sugar or jaggery, it can reduce your fever. And within 5 days, your malaria could be cured. Falciparum as well as virus. Very important one. Next, please. These are some of the other important leads on which the research can be taken on. Next, please. Next, I will not say much on it. These are the threats to the natural flora. Next, please. My book, this is Dadiman and Nuska. It is available in the market. If somebody is interested, they can take this book where all the formulations are given. The picture is of my mother and father. My father was my first teacher who taught me about these medicines and the plants, who introduced me to the plants when I was very young as a child. Next, please. Thank you very much. These are the names of the other co-authors and their phone numbers. And also, if somebody wants to purchase the medicine, then my son's phone number is also given. Thank you very much for the patient care.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Thank you so much, sir. The knowledge that you shared with us will definitely be fruitful for all the participants in future. Thank you so much again. Now, our next distinguished speaker is Dr. Asif Meman, sir. Sir is presently General Manager, Parks and Garden at Sabarmati Riverfront Development Corporation Limited. Sir is PhD in Horticulture from Gujarat Agriculture University, Junagadh in 2006. He has experience on biodiesel plant Jetropa and has been horticulturist in multinational real estate company for 12 years. He has been associated with landscaping townships, five-star hotels, and five-star resorts pan India. Sir has received many awards, has been a jury member for garden competitions, and is the founder member of Tree Walk Ahmedabad. Sir, we are very grateful that you accepted the invitation, and we look forward to your talk on agriculture technique or agrotechniques for ornamental plants. Over to Asif, sir. Thank you.
Thank you for organizer for giving me an opportunity for to how to improve the ornamental plants. This is a basic for students who are now coming in the market and how they can grow their plants, and one type of the business how you can grow your Parabia sir already told that some people are keep their plants, but they don't know how to grow their plants. So I will include in this my presentation all these things and some pest disease. I will introduce this pest and disease. Jagriti Bhatt will detail control measure she is giving by organic matter. Next, I will start.
Sir, now you can share your screen.
Yes. See, agrotechnic for ornamental plants. In this presentation, we are going to what is the requirement of soil preparation for the ornamental plants, principle and method of propagation of ornamental plants, nutrition for the ornamental plants, insect, pest, and disease of ornamental. These are the basic requirement for the ornamental plants. And now we are going for what is the ornamental plants. If we are wearing the gold, that is for ornamental for us. So the ornamental plants are the plants that are grown decorative purpose in the garden and landscape design project. That are the one type of ornaments for the garden. If we are wearing the gold and ornaments, we are happy. Then our plants, these colorful plants are in garden. Then we are also our inner way. We are going to very happy. They can display both indoor and outdoor for decoration. They have vibrant color and add life to the setting. These plants are also used for florist for decoration and wedding and parties. They give a really fragrance and light by wall. This is the basic requirement in these shrubs, climbers, creepers, annual. All the plants are covering in the ornamental plants. Even medicinal plants are also coming in this method. The next I'm going to soil preparation. Soil is the heart for any ornamental plants. Most of the students and most of the people don't know how to which type of soil we require. Why soil is more important. The soil is the storehouse for all element plants need to grow. Nutrient, organic matter, air, and water. Soil also provides the support to plants. In soil, the elements are very requirement because The nutrients are very important key role in the plants. Like as in human body, we require nutrients. Like as plants also require plant nutrients. When properly prepared and cared for, soil can be improved each year and will continue to grow the plants. If we are planting the one plants this season and then after we forgetting, we're not giving any fertilizer or any compost fertilizer or anything, then the charm of the plants are not coming each and every way. What is the best soil for planting the ornamental plants? Most of the ornamental plants are adaptable to wide variety of soil. Yes, the soil is well drained. If the well drained not soil, then so many root problems, the aeration problems come in the plants, and they are not looking very nice as per our requirements. Clay soil and rocky soil are more likely to have a drainage problem than sandy or loamy soil. If you have a sandy soil, then how you can improve your soil? It is not required to change the soil. Work into 3 to 4 inch of organic matter, such as well-rotted manure, finished compost. You have to add each and every year. Mulch around your plants. Parabia sir already told that with leaves, wood chips, bark, hair, straw, mulch retains moisture and cool the soil. At least 2 inch of organic matter each year we have to put for the plants so they can get the nutrient from the soil. To improve an hard soil, if you have like to quickly break up the hard soil surface for planting, mix the organic matter into 3 to 6 inch of soil with the spread. To help to soften hard soil, add 2 inch layer of compost twice a year, mix into top 2 inch of soil. How do you prepare soil for bedding plants? These are the most requirement for the if you are going to plants in your home garden each and every. Work the soil when it is a moist but not wet. If the soil is wet, then a very hardness come and the roots don't get the air and the nutrients from the bed. Turn the soil over the depth of at least 12 inch. 12 inch soil you have to turn over. Add 2 to 3 inch of compost, turn into the bed. Either cover the bed with 3 to 4 inch of mulch. Nowadays, so many people don't know how to plant the ornamental plants and so many problems they facing. So I'm shortly giving the method of propagation. There are two methods, sexual and asexual method. To produce, what is the importance of it? To produce large number of plants in a short period of time to meet the demand, domestic as well as export market for planting the material. These are the for students which are coming in the market. They don't know how do we get the job. Don't focus your own job. This is a wide market. You can grow yourself. You can develop the plants for yourself, and you can get in the market and get very good financial support. It provides gainful employment opportunity for since the plant multiplication business in labor intensive. The preserve particular plants and population of the plants. Do you know that in Dubai and some Gulf countries, the Indian plants are exported from in Gujarat also there. Some sexual method of this is a sexual method means propagation is the raising plants by means of seeds, which are formed due to fusion of male and female gametes within the ovule and flower. What is the advantage of this seed propagation? Long life plants, hardy deep root system, application of hybrid vigor, evaluating the new varieties, very cheap and easy method. The disadvantage is that non-tutor type of your plants you can get from as like mother plants. A loss of seed viability also there. All plants cannot be propagated by the seeds. Asexual method of propagation. The asexual method of propagation refers to multiplication of any plants from any vegetative part of the plants. What is the advantage of asexual plant? True type of mother plants you can get from quickly, helpful absence of viable seeds and poor seed germination. There are so many problems in the seeds also. They are not germinating, and then we can go for the asexual propagation. Maintenance of character of cross pollination of species. When we have developed the one hybrid variety and we are going to plant by seeds, then its viability is going on. And if we are going with the asexual method, then we get the mother type of plants. Hybrid cannot produce by disadvantage of this. Required special skill. If you are not getting any special skill, there are so many problems they created. Some leaves are become yellowish and the plants are die after that. For that, you must have to require special skill for that. I'm going for the different method of asexual propagation. The stem cutting, herbaceous cutting, that is coleus, carnation, chrysanthemum. In a semi-hardwood cutting, jasmine, elodon, rhododendron, croton. You can grow your ornamentals very easily, very nicely. Softwood cutting also, alternanthera, dahlia, juniper, magnolia. In this method, you can grow your plants near about your neighbor's house or your roadside plants. You can get and grow yourself in your home garden, your balcony garden, each and every. Hardwood cutting, that is bougainvillea, acalypha, hibiscus, and rose. So one method is leaf cutting. Roots are initial from the various parts of a mature leaf, which is fleshy and thick, is called leaf cutting. We have so many problems in garden. There are sometimes so many gap filling, and some people are uh, clipping that plants. Then we are going to multiply by this way. The sensitive area, that leaflet cutting, we can grow with easily. The plants can grow. Leaf margin cutting, that is also very nice method, and you get the new plants with it quickly. Leaf vein cutting. In begonia, you can that vein you must have to cut, and then after you plant, you get the new plants. Leaf bud cutting, that is the camellia. But this method require more skill. Otherwise, your plants may not grow, and you are depressed. Budding, tea budding, patch budding. You must require that cutting the scion and stalk combination for that, and compatibility must be required for the dead plants for the budding. Float budding, chip budding. These are the method of propagation. One is very nice is layering. Layering is the method of propagation in which root and develop on a shoot while it is still attached to plants or parent plant. Tip layering, the tips of the stem are bent and part of these are covered with the soil. So you see in the photographs that one tree is growing and tip are layering in this, and we have get the new plants from that side. Uh, this is the one good method. Then simple laying. In this low and flexible 1-year-old branch close to the ground are bent and carefully given the tongue-shaped cuts. This is an yellow jasmine, climbing rose, honeysuckles. In even Millingtonia also you can get this type of plants within a short time. Air layering is very nice and a very good result in this layering system. A strip of bark about 2 to 4 inch length is removed from 1-year-old shoots and covered with the cut with sphagnum moss. That is a rooting media consisting of sphagnum moss and tied with the thin polythene. Within a month, you can get the roots from that air layering portion, and then after you have to remove the sphagnum moss and you can plant the new plants. This is one good method of trenching method. You can get the more plants within a short time. Serpentine layering, in this method, a long branch creeping plants is alternately covered with the soil and exports along in the length. And this is the method you can get within a short time 10 to 12 plants within 2 months. Mount layering, this is also one type of easy method for getting the new plants for your garden or home garden or balcony garden. And after grafting, this is the most union or cambium of two separate stems and roots which are compatible and similar in physiological maturity. Physiological maturity must be required for the joining of cambium layer of that. Side veneer grafting is short and down cut is grown through the cambium of the stalk and sloping cut down towards the base of the first cut. The chief is removed and replaced by the scion, which is similar in shape, and you must have to require this carefully technique. Otherwise, your combination, this are not getting good result. Side grafting. This is both the side of rootstock and base of the slender scion cuts and fast together. This is the method generally very used in our here in our gardens. This method is for cactus, very nice and very good combination of the two cactus. You can get making a long slanting cut at the base of scion and wood and similar cut at the top of the stalk. So both are united and tied with the help of polythene types, and you get the two combination of cactus in one plant. This is the saddle grafting. The top of the stalk is made into a saddle shape and upward sloping side. The same process is repeated on the side of the scion and fit closely point the rootstock. I'm repeatedly saying that you must have to require the skill for developing all these grafting methods. Then flat grafting. This is also a very nice and very good resulting plants. Both the top of rootstock and base of the scion are given slanting cut and pasted together. Clay grafting are generally uses in the orchard. Then after the very nice and good method of propagation for the parts of the plants that you use get the ready-made plants within a plants, that is baby plants. Runners, the shoot are arise from, you can see in the photographs, arise from the ground and grow the horizontal in the ground and call the runner. Then you have to cut that portion and plant in the new pots, so you can get the new plants. Offsets is also offset is a lateral shoot of the branch arising from the base of the main stem, and you have to cut that in palms, agave, and sansevieria. This type of method we are generally using. Rhizomes. Rhizomes in Kenya, you have in your garden colorful Kenas are very beautiful for throughout the years. They are giving the flowering and require more water there. If you want to grow that your Kena in your from your garden, if you have already Kena in your garden, the rhizomes from the substem stem that arise from the lateral bud, from the main stem and ground level, extend underground near the surface horizontal. You have to just cut out it and put in the another pots. You can get the new plants. Suckers. Suckers are the shoots or branches which are developed either from the stem or root or below the ground. This is also very nice method. In banana, you can get these plants from the suckers. Melancholia also that you can get from the suckers. Other method of propagation is stolons. Chlorophytum, in the chlorophytum, you can see that the stolons normally produce a root and bears about in extreme farming in new plants. Tuber like a potato, the dahlia, begonia, the tuber like a food storage is there. If you store that tubers for long time, 6 months and 7 months, and then after you have to plants, then you get the new plants. The tubers are the storage of foods, like as combs. These are the underground stem with a short, fleshy vertical axis covered with the dried leaf base. Gladiolus, you can see that in market so many comps are in market. You can get only the comps, and then after 6 months you have to plant. You can get the, but season must be required. In which season you are going to plantation for the comps. Even a bulb also the stem reduced drastically. The discs around the fleshy leaf scales, and these are attached with the that bulb, and you have to this lily, Jephrotuberose, amaryllis, lilies. You can grow very easily from the bulb. If you are in your garden, there are so many lilies and each and everything. You can get that store that baby bulbs from that plants, and you keep it for your as the requirement gap filling, or you want to have a time. Then each Saturday or Sunday you have time, then you can grow your plants from these bulbs, baby bulbs. Techniques for the tissue culture in nowadays are for producing the annual flowers, which you have already seen that flowers. So in Ahmedabad also, the most of the plants are produced by the tissue culture, is the umbrella term, and which defines as a aesthetic culture of tissue, organ and cell synthetic media under the control condition. But in tissue culture plants, if you are growing to grow the plants, you must have to require, after the growing the tissue culture plants, you must have to require some practices for direct you from the tissue culture plants. You can't grow them in the field. For that, we are going for the different structure for that. Greenhouse, maintaining temperature by heating and cooling equipment. If you are going to grow the plants in tissue culture, then after directly you are going to grow it in direct sunlight, then the sun scorching and plants may die because they have no direct sunlight tolerance capacity. This greenhouse, we have to put in some days, 15 days, 20 days as per requirement of the plants. Then after we have to go for the direct sunlight. Cold frame. It is used for the hardening of root cutting and young seedlings. That tissue culture plants require the hardening. That is the must be required for the tissue culture plants. Heat is come from this in cold frame structure. The heat is tapped from the solar energy, and you can get the root system. Hot bed. Artificial heat by electric heating, cable, hot water, steam pipes, hot air belows the structure, and it controls the light and humidity. It is used for germination of seed and rooting of the cuttings. This sum up the propagation structure to provide shade, protected seedlings, and rooted cutting from approaching the sunlight and high temperature. This structure requires the net house protection. Net house, the protection from the direct sunlight and provide desirable percentage of shades, maintaining fresh UV rays, heavy lights. You must have to know requirement of the plant sunlight. Yes, some are the shady plants, some are the fully sunlight plants, and some are the shady plants. So for that purpose, we have to put from the tissue culture plants to this net house. Then after we have to, as per habitat of the plants, we have some sunlight, semi-sunlight area. We have to put the plants. This is the one method for the temperature and humidity control automated by series of intermediate spray or by the pipes. It is used for rooting of cutting, which is difficult to root. Some plants are not easily giving the root system for the any method. So this structure is used for the mist propagation. Propagation bottom heat technique with the advantage of temperature and rate of biological process increase this seed germination rooting the cutting. So these are the some structure which are used for the rooting and seed germination purpose. Nutrients for the ornamental plants. There are so many nutrients for the requirement of for the plants. There are major 16 nutrients required for the plants. Major from the air, from the roots, soil, the plants get the by water, plants get the nutrients. There are 16 nutrients, major carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen plants get from the air. And primary nutrients which are required for the plants for growing and very healthy for your garden. Some basic primary nutrients require nitrogen, phosphorus, and potash. Some micro supplementary secondary nutrients are also calcium, magnesium, sulfur. And these are the some trace elements. Each and every element has a vital role in plants' healthiness. I will show in later slides that what is the defect in the plants. If you have some nutrient deficiency in your plants, you can see and you can quickly recover it. Zinc, iron, manganese, and molybdenum, copper, and boron are the micronutrients, trace elements. How to use that? This is the slide show you the each and every nutrient has vital role in the growth of plants. I'm just showing these slides. Each and every nutrient has some importance in human body. Also, we have nutrient requirement for we are getting the vitamins, minerals, that tablets from the doctor. Then we are also doctor for the plant, so we have to supply these micronutrients and major nutrients and supplementary nutrients. Type of nutrition supply. I am recommending that don't go with the chemical fertilizer if market and available in market. It is best to use organic manures, which are easily you can make in your house decomposing by method. Manure substance, organic and inorganic, which are capable of supplying various plants nutrients which are applied to the soil. Manure are usually divided into two groups: organic manures and inorganic manures. Organic manures I already used. Say that you must need to go with organic manures because it increase the soil porosity. It will increase the plants to absorb the nutrient from the soil, and also the air microorganism activity also increase. Inorganic, that is available fertilizer from the markets. Manure and manuring. Organic manures includes extra of animals matter such as blood, bones, wool, hair, each and everything that we can decompose vegetation. They are usually contain all essential nutrients in various proportion. So this is organic manures are like Ayurvedic medicines for us. Like plants, organic manures are the Ayurvedic medicines. Inorganic manures usually supply one essential plant nutrient and hence also called the relative nutrients. If you are going to use urea, then you can get only nitrogen. Also, they are also damage the soil properties also. For that, I'm recommending that the organic manures you must have to use in your gardens, your balcony gardens, or your veranda gardens, whichever. These are the manure easily available near about our area. Farmyard manure, that night soil, that oil cakes, leaf mold, wood ash. These are the manures which are easily available. When to apply your manures? Now, how to use your manures? There are the solid manures. At the time of plantation, before the plantation, you have to base dressing. You have to apply your fertilizer. Then crop dressing when your plants are in the growing in your garden, and you can After growing the plants a certain height, you can stop pressing that. Some liquid fertilizer also came in the market, and also bioenzyme also is there. Jagriti will uh, uh, show you how to use the liquid fertilizer, which type of fertilizer. But I'm giving only the method of fertilizer application. That is a starter solution. When the baby is there, then you can give the nutrients. They are become very healthy, then and grow very well. Then after a certain height of the plants, I have already told that some nutrients deficiency may become before the coming any deficiency. You have to apply the foliar application. Foliar application is a very good application in the plants, and it will very absorb very fastly in the plants and recovery and plants. Your plants are become very healthy and very nutritive and attractive. Then another primary requirement for the any plants for growing in your ornamental plants in your ornamental gardens or your balcony, the water relation of the plant is extremely important, both vegetative growth and flower production. If your plants has a less irrigation, then your directly so your plants are not healthy, and you don't like to see the plants. It is necessary for maintaining turgor in the cell for maximum photosynthesis activity. If the plants get the water, then they can make the food and they become very healthy. People are coming into your garden, your balcony garden, they see your plants and make very happy that this is very nice. In arid and semi-arid zones, irrigation is a very important cultural practice. Even in humid area where the distribution of rainfall is not satisfactory, irrigation is essential during the drought period. The need of irrigation depend on annual precipitation. If you have less monsoon period, then you must have to require on the base in summer we are giving the alternate day of watering. Then period of moisture shortage. If you see the upper surface, don't judge your soil on the upper surface of the moisture, because sometimes if you are giving the irrigation water and upper surface are dry within one day, but subsurface has enough moisture for the plants. So don't give the excess water for that plants. Types of plants. Some plants require very less water. Some are water-loving plants. So it depends on the requirement of the plants. You have must to arrange your irrigation water facility. Frequency of irrigation, nature of the soil, which type of soil you have. If you have sandy soil, you must require the irrigation frequently. If you have clay soil or hardy soil, you require somewhat less than required than sandy soil. Rate of absorption of plants. Some plants, big leaves plants, require more water because they have the big leaf. So transpiration rate is more than the normal plants. So they require more irrigation water. The root system of the plants. Some plants are the shallow rooted plants. Some are the deep rooted plants. You must say, if you have shallow roots, then you must require more irrigation. If you have deep root system, you require less water. Then after some method which we are using generally in our big gardens, but this is the list of that gardens. If you have house and a very less space, then you can go to the house pipes network and not go for the any extra irrigation system. Then after in our gardens, we have some microspray system. In this, we have different merits and demerits. We have already done given that. Online dripper, low cost visible and delivery. These are the methods which are we have microspray, online dripper, inline dripper. These are the big gardens where the irrigation system must be required in the summer. And so for that we have used this type of methods. Subsurface in Dubai, you have seen that in road divider there are so many plants, very nice growing. By Ahmedabad is not growing that type because they have subsurface capillary or pop-up sprinkler irrigation system. They are using that, and subsurface irrigation they have getting the moisture from the plants in the root system, and they can grow very well. Some insect and pest in ornamental plants, which I am going to give the example, show the which type of pests and are there in the gardens and how they are damaging the plants. In this, I am only showing you the which type of plant pests are coming there and which are type of damage are there. The control measure, the Jagriti Bhatt will describe you very well. These are the some, all the insects are not damaging the plants. Some are the beneficial insects, some are the damaging the destructive insects. You must have to see aphid are there, aphid predator is there in your garden. You have to see that this type of predators are there in the garden. Then you don't worry about your plants. They are naturally they controlled by these your beneficial insects. And these are the destructive insects, spider, this type of. Then after I will later on show you how they are damaging the plants. These are the some pictures which type of the pests and diseases come in the plants and how you can identify and how you make them very healthy from this to control them. This is the one type of heliothis. You can see you're in gardens and the plants are these are whole type of damaged by heliothis. This type of holes in your plants, you can see that. These are the aphid and jacid. These are the more problem in our gardens. But don't worry, there is all the control measures are there. These are damaged by this shrinkage of a leaf. You can see in your garden, and these are the pests that are the coming from the natural, and you can control by the neem oil and this homemade medicines. These are aphid and jacid in your even flower bud also that is damaged by the this and you can not like to your see your plants from the any gardens. So be concentrate your healthiness of your plants must required for the your gardens. This is the army worms, cutworms. In our major our lawns area, we have seen these yellow patches. So many times, some people are very confusing about that why these are happening. Then we have already seen that army worm that is the root system of the lawn and that become a dry. So you can control that by neem oil and that lasan chutney or additional. These are the damaged army worms in rose, in some lawn area grasses. Millibug. Millibug commonly seen in Andar, in Jatropha and hibiscus also. These are the some damage in our fruit crops also damaged by millibug. Simply homemade that Nirma detergent powder you can use for the and water soluble and spray that on the plants. You can control this millibug also. The leaf miner. In that leaf miner, that larva put the inner side of the leaf, and then after you can see the white spot in this your leaf. That is the decrease the photosynthesis activity of your tree plants, and your plants are not looking very nice and very pretty. The termite is a major problem, but they are also living on the most of dead plants. So this require must be attacked by the root system, and your plants may be die very soon. The disease of ornamental plants. I will show you disease in your plants, that leaf curve virus, that also come by the aphid and jacets, which are the inner side of the plants, and that your leaf. Normally, you can see on the screen that normal leaf and that leaf shrinkage, shriveling. That leaf curve virus is also there. The disease also spread by the bacterial, viral, and fungal also. These are the symptoms of your stem rots, rust, powdery mildew. These are depends on your precipitation of the moisture in your near about climate and temperature. This type of disease may carry out by the bacteria, viral, and also insects also carry out the some bacterial disease. In wilt, you can see that all the plants are uh, within a short period. The plants are die within a short time. The stem rot is coming from the when the more water I touch in the stem of the plants, then your stem become a rotting. Then in rose, you can see that this type of rusting. Then after powdery mildew, the powder type of this disease came upper surface of the leaf. That is the powdery mildew. Then the collar rot. Collar rot is also sometimes a big, very nice plants are die within a short time. because of the near about the collar that the roots in the upper surface, there is some rotting may be happening, and that plant may be die. Root rot. In your garden, there are so many good plants are growing each in one single way, but suddenly your plants are giving this type of signages. So root rot may become due to overwatering. Also, there is a problem. So be careful in irrigation system also. That is then after the flower bud rot, that you can see the good that damaged plants, leaf spots. Then after the anthracnose, flower bud rot, damping off. Damping off is coming from due to roots soil-borne disease, and generally the plants are growing from the seeds. They sow this type of pythium like bacteria that they this give this pythium damping off. In your house plants also you can see this type of light. Sometimes we are removing these plants that portion, and we can control this disease in plants. Then like as powdery mildew, there is a downy mildew also. There is downy mildew lower surface of the plant leaf, there is a powder like a coating is came out, and this is the very dangerous, and plants will become very less attractive in your garden. Dieback. In dieback, upper surface of the plants dying, and upper towards the base type, your plants are going to wilting, and plants are going to dry. That is already I have shown you the leaf curl virus. Then after the some important the physiological disorder also, some I have already told you that all of you that your selection of the plants must be required for carefully. If you are planting the semi-shade plants in the very full sunlight, then this type of sun scorching maybe effect come. This is are generally seen in after the summer, when the same requirement of the plants require the light intensity, or in the heat require less, and you have planted in the wrong place. Then in this type of scorching, you can see that you must have to give the shade to your plants by 80% that green net, 60% green agronets. These are some diseases, and I have already some suggested some chemically fungicides for the disease. Fungicide, how do you apply your fungicide in soil? There are the soil drenching method, then after seed treatment, pesting to the affected parts, foliar spray, and dip method. Sometimes we are going to plants by the propagation method, then you have to dip that parts to into antifungal treatment. Even we are going to transplant the big trees at that time where we are using the this fungicide for the controlling the fungus in the root system. Then after foliar spray also we are using. You have seen on the roadside some testing of the plants are done. That is a Bodex powder that is also reducing the fungus. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for sharing this valuable information regarding agrotechniques for ornamental plants. This will definitely be fruitful for all the participants. Now, any garden is incomplete without proper care. Let us learn the homemade solutions to take care of our garden plants. We have with us Mrs. Jagriti Bhatt ma'am, the founder of Pots and Greens, a sustainable gardening and landscaping firm with the vision to provide the highest quality landscaping services to commercial and residential clients in the most eco-friendly and organic way. With an experience of more than 30 years in various areas of landscaping, she specially advocates organic farming. Her consultancy is ever growing with clients like Real Estate, Gas Authority of India Limited, Ahmedabad Municipal Corporation, hospitals, NGOs, resorts, and many others. Jagriti ma'am is a visiting faculty at Gujarat University and enjoys teaching and guiding the students. She also conducted various workshops on kitchen gardening in institutes like AMA. At the same time, she has inspired many to create home compost from kitchen waste. In addition to being a professional horticulturist, Ma'am finds time to teach and guide students on urban kitchen gardening and their sustainable benefits. Jagriti Ma'am believes that our young generation needs to be more sensitive to the natural environment and its processes, and thus, in doing so, she helped and guided more than 50 students from institutions like NID Ahmedabad, SEPT, UID Gandhinagar, Gujarat University, and Nirma University. Ma'am, we are very grateful that you accepted our invitation and we look forward to your talk on homemade care for home garden. Over to Jagriti ma'am. Ma'am, please unmute yourself. Please unmute yourself.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, yes, ma'am. Perfect.
Yeah. Hello, Ashna ma'am, Drew, Asif bhai, and all the participants. So I am here for the topic, very interesting topic given to me, like home remedy for home garden. So it is my favorite subject, and really I always tell people ki kitchen is your it's everything. You have fungicides, pesticides, manures, everything. Masalium badhu છે. Like so you can do many things from your kitchen without any expenses or spending money. And I will show you. And this is not very technical. I can show you that the live thing what I have. So this is the starting from that what you know want very for any healthy plant. So for the healthy plant you need a very healthy soil, and the soil we compromise for a plant which needs a healthy soil. It's comprised of 45% soil, 25% is water, 25% is air, and the 5% is humus. But the humus plays the most essential role for the plant. And if the soil is healthy, your plant is healthy, and you have no need to do any extra efforts like doing fungicides or pesticides or anything on them, because they are already healthy. Like us, if we are healthy, we don't need any supplements, right? So this is the thing I just wanted to talk about that. So for the healthy soil, first we need, of course, what I talk about the humus, and that comes from the any kind of natural manures, and I give the first ranking to the home composting. And home composting is our responsibility for our environment, and I think it's our responsibility and duty to don't send our greens or any garbage to the landfill and make our environment unhealthy. We already suffered a lot due to this in corona disease, and now it is high time to learn from this, and we have to start eating chemical-free healthy food. So let's start doing composting at home. So I will give you a simple small demo for the composting. You in a home, because I stay in an apartment, so I made jugaad for how to make the compost bin out of some waste. You can make anything like old pot, yeah, matka, then dustbin, or any container which holds. You can even the sek, bori jisko bolte hain, and anything you can use for that making the composting. And I will show you right now. Sab log, I think so. Everybody was wondering what it is beside me. This is the yeah. Slide, please. This is my compost bin. This is one old plastic pot I had, and it is turned into the compost bin. I made it by heating up the screwdrivers, and I made the holes. This is telling you the process for the anaerobic composting, and it needs lot of presence of air to compose your green and browns. So this is you can see the holes inside the pot. That's the liquid if any liquid generates from your compost, it can come out. And I used to put some tray inside it that the leachate which collects below the pot. And it is very nutritious too. Don't throw that and use in your plants in 1:10 ratio. I feel my green waste, that is the kitchen, that is we call the nitrogen source for the plant, and the dry material, that is the carbon, and that is give the combination C and N ratio for the plant, and the ratio for the compost is 3:1. 3 is the carbon part, that is your dry part. Dry part I use sometimes, this is the cocoa peat, this is dry leaves, this is the dry leaves from the garden, this is we call it the gold from the compost, and many other like cardboard, paper, newspaper, husk, any type of you can use as a brown material which is dry, but it was earlier in the organic form. So nails, hairs, anything you can use in it, and the nitrogen source are the used tea, chopped peels, and any other thing you can use in vegetables, fruit peels, which are the greens from your kitchen. It's we call as a nitrogen source, and you can use it. The ratio should be always 3:1 or 4:1. 4 is my carbon source. This is how I make my carbon. I am showing you a small demo. This is all my different source of carbon, and this is my nitrogen source. This is a tea and few peels from my kitchen. I mix it well and I put in my compost bin, and this is how you make the layers till your compost bin is filled, and rack it occasionally, mix it well, and your compost bin will become hot, and that is the sign for the composting is happening. And it takes around 1 month to 2 months to complete the process. And if you fill this compost bin, you just cover it with any airing so the fly doesn't go in, and cover it like this and leave it in a resting place. Don't keep in the sunny place. It should be always in the cool and shaded area. So this is the process for the compost which I am making and using in my garden, in my pots. And this is I will show you my ready compost. This is how it looks. Smells like earthy, and it is very nutritional, and the color is brown black. I think so you can see this. And so I don't buy much things from the outside for my manure. I make my home compost and make the ratio of garden soil and the home compost 50-50. I use some neem khali for as an fungicide and pesticide in the soil, in the soil, and just only the handful of that we need it. So this is how I make my soil for the my pots and vegetable garden and the other ornamental plants. So as I told you that healthy soil is always give the healthy plants, and there are the many things you can get from the kitchen, that is sometimes you have fungal problems for your plant. So I give you the fungal remedy for the plants, that the chas, buttermilk, sour buttermilk, 10 days old, mixed with 10 times water, you give to the plant and spray on the plant. It will heal your fungal infection. It will also add the microbial activity to your soil, and it makes your soil healthy too. And it adds some nutritional value to your plants. So this is the thing, that is I have this now. This is the chas, and we soak some brass copper vessel in the sour buttermilk to make it a wonderful fungicide. We set this for the 20-25 days in a covered matka and use it in a 1:15 ratio. Now the many people, this haldi, again it's a very wonderful fungicides. If you have any problem in your pots or garden, sprinkle a pinch of haldi around your plants. They get rid of the insects and the ants from your garden. Even some sort they use, they work for the termite also. Hing. Hing is a wonderful termite, used as a termite treatment for the plant or soil, and it is wonderful use if you mix hing and the chas in a water and give it to the climber fruits like cucumber, gourd, or any gourd family. It gives the wonderful plants, fruits in your plant. So this is wonderful anti-termite treatment remedy. Then I make you have this, Asif I mentioned aphids, jessids, and many other bugs which are attacking to the plants. So we make, this is again the chili, garlic, and the lemon is there. We make the paste of this, and again we make half water and half the paste of this. I set it overnight and filter and spray on the plant. And do it in the evening for the 2-3 days, and your plant will become healthy again. So, and cinnamon powder. Cinnamon powder is excellent fungicide. It's a wonderful hormone for the plant. Make the powder of the cinnamon stick, soaks in some water, and dip your cuttings or something like that in the water of the cinnamon. They are the excellent hormones, as well as this aloe vera. Aloe vera gel, it acts as an excellent fungicide, pesticide, as well as hormones for the plant. And just take out the gel, mix it the water, and spray on the plants. So, and I have neem khali. You soak handful of neem khali in 10 liters of water and spray on the plants. These are and you can also add some soap water in the water, and they are also as a wonderful insecticide or pesticide, whatever you can use. They keep your plant healthy. I buy many oil cakes which are sold in the market, or you can make mustard. Grind your mustard in mixer, soak in water for 3-5 days, and water it to the plant. Dilute in the 10 ratio and water to the plant. It is an excellent fertilizer, as well as when you spray on the plant, it again expels the insects from the plant. So these are the things I use that, one thing I would suggest you, the wonderful, I can say, is the concoction that I suggest always to make bioenzyme, which is the solution for the all problems. Actually, it has a versatile remedy for the plants, humans, environment, everything. And it's very simple to make. So I can tell you, bioenzyme is nothing like, it's a, you need some fresh vegetable or the fruit grapes, or you can use the flowers from your garden, and water and some jaggery. The ratio is, if you want, hello, Dhruv?
Yes, ma'am.
Dhruv?
What happened?
Yes, ma'am. We are sharing it.
Can you share my
Yes.
bioenzyme
We are sharing it.
slide? So the ratio for the that is the picture for the bottles. Some bottles are there.
Okay, ma'am. 1 second.
This is the ready-made. This is what I think so 4 or 5 months old bioenzyme, which I made from the mango peels, some orange peels, and watermelon peel, and mogra flowers. This is what I used for making this bioenzyme. And today I am showing you, because I had banana peels and lemon, which is freshly I use today. So, and we need some gur. The ratio is for the this bioenzyme is 1:3:10. 1 is gur, which accelerates the microbial process in the to making the bioenzyme. That is the only role for the gur. Then this is the peels, which will decompose by the bacteria inside, which are the beneficial for us, and some chemical reactions will go on, and it will make the bioenzyme, helps to make the bioenzymes, right? And this is the water. Now this is the 1 part, this is the 3 part, and this is the 10 part. You only have to mix all these things, just add on. You have to make only the shake hands of these 3 things. Label it, put the date, and keep aside in a cool place for the 90 days. And for the initially 3 days, 10 to 15 days, the gas will release during the fermentation. So every day you have to need to take out the gas from the bottle. Don't use metal or glass or any other container for making the bioenzyme, because the gas which expands the material and it may be explode sometimes. So use only the PET thing, so it has the elasticity, so it will be good for you. And this is how I make. This is the fruit prints is for the 3 times, water is for the 10 times, and now it's the turn for the wood. That's all, the bioenzyme. The wood will mix by tomorrow, and when the gas will come, you just steal the bottle like this and open the lid and release the gas. And you only have to do for the 10 or 15 days till the gases are released. Then you have to forget it for the 90 days. And this is the wonderful bioenzyme which works like you have to Google it for the benefits for the bioenzyme, because it has hundreds of benefits for the plants. I will tell you now. It is a wonderful fungicide. Just make 10 ml of bioenzyme in 1 liter of water. Spray on the plants. For the cactus, I use 100% potential for this bioenzyme, and for the pesticide it's the same ratio, 5 to 10 ml in 10 liter water, and just spray on the plant. It acts as a pesticide also. It is a wonderful manure as well. You can pour in the water. In 10 liter water you can add 50 ml of bioenzyme, and it is a wonderful enzyme as well as the manure, liquid manure for your plant. So you have to make bioenzyme. It helps the city to pile up with the dirt, and it is easy to make. It is you can use as in a hair wash, face wash. You can clean your house, mop your house. I use in washing my clothes along with Aretha water. I wash my vegetables instead of chemical with this bioenzyme, and everything maximum what the chemicals can do. I use all the things, cleaning my bathrooms, everything with this bioenzyme. I don't buy things from the outside. So please go to the garbage enzyme or eco enzyme or bioenzyme online. You will find the benefits and the use of this bioenzyme. And I hope so you will make it's easy also. And another thing that is I use for that my plants is like every day we wash our dal chawal, rice and pulses. I don't throw that water in the sink. I always gather that, I give it to the plant. They are rich in many microbes, and it is full of folic acid and other nutrients. So it is, I every day give my plants. Then honey, if somebody says that we don't get fruit from our bottle gourd or any other things, and they are getting disappointing because the cross-pollination is not going to happen. Just spray some water of honey and they will definitely attract your pollinators, and you will get the fruits in a short time. So honey is again a very good hormone for the root cutting and the stem cutting. I propagate many plants from the using as hormones. So again, what we say is the tips for the, I am telling you something like Parabia Sahab ne already he told about the mulching, and you must do mulching because they keep and take your microbial things. You need less watering. It adds more and more humus to the soil, and it protects from the heat and the extreme cold from the climate. It protects your plant from the sudden change of the weather change. So this is the type of mulching you can do. You can gather the leaves, dry leaves, which we are throwing out and burning, and again making the climate, our climate environment worse. Instead of that, you use these brown golden leaves, we call them, into the mulching, making compost, leaf mold, and other things. Even you can put the your pots while making the soil, filling the pots up. Fill the half of your pot with the dry leaves. So you don't need very frequent feeding of your plant. Ultimately, that the leaves will decompose, turn into the manure, and the roots will go in search of food, and it will get the food from the plants. So these are the small things you can do. And one more thing I would like, many people get, we have disease for the plants. This is all because of the overwatering of the plant. With plants kills by overwatering 90% than the underwatering. They should give you the sign for the, we need water, we are thirsty. So they droop the leaves, they will become dull. So you can put the plant and see the top layer of the soil by 1 or 2 inch dry. Then you put your water in your soil, so they will be happy. Overwatering ultimately kills the plant and brings so many pests, fungus to your soil and your plants, and they won't keep you your plants happy and healthy. And I will show you some, as the I grow certain plants, vegetables in water culture. This is my garlic. Because of these days we don't get many vegetables in the market, so I sow garlic, and this is I grow in the water. This is the pot where I kept my garlic, and this is only the water. I keep changing water every day. And again I got a stem of coriander. They are very expensive these days, and I save it, and now see the new leaves are coming out. So you can grow your vegetables from your scraps. This is how you create the things with not buying from the market. This is again, I bought leek, and now it is growing so good. And I will eat these leaves, again it will grow. So I already ate these leaves, which already grown. So this is how you can grow your plants at your home. And I think so. Okay, I have done with my presentation. And if you have any comments or something, so I can answer. And somebody asked, I want to ask, can plants are able to know human emotions and feelings? Yes, they do. They feel your touch. They feel your master's presence. And if it is studies done that if you pluck the plant, they feel what we feel when we are slapped. And if you are pet with very carefully and lovingly, they feel your emotions, and they will flourish, and you can experiment it. Thank you.
Thank you, Jagriti Ven.
Okay. Thank you so much, ma'am, for providing this information regarding how to maintain the plants healthy from kitchen waste. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
With this, we come to the end of the session. We will be sharing the feedback link in the chat box, and your e-certificate will be generated thereafter. On behalf of Department of Botany, Bioinformatics, Climate Change and Impacts Management, Gujarat University, I once again thank you all for the participation, and within 2 minutes you will get the feedback link in the chat box.
Thank you so much,
for
Archana Ben, for inviting us.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank
Thanks
you.
to all. Namaskar.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.